previously licensed acupuncturist and herbalist. Today I'd like to interview our veterans, Vietnam veterans, right?
Yes.
Bob, why not? He served in the army for 2 years and went through many hardships and developed hip pain, shoulder pain, but he is a strong man and he's still very active, have the passion for helping other veterans. And how's your shoulder pain?
Well, I'm due for surgery February 11th, but this has been coming on for quite a while. Maybe I've been feeling pain in both shoulders actually for about 10 years, but most recently the pain was going up into the severe area and it was starting to restrict my everyday activities.
So the pain is like around the shoulder area, right? Around like in the front or in the back?
Yes, the x-rays that were taken confirmed that I have a total torn rotator cuff. I do have arthritis in this shoulder, and at present there is very little room between the cup and the cup and the socket. So what has to happen for me, it's called a reverse shoulder replacement, where they cut the arthritis out of the ball, and they cut a little bit extra of the arthritis to remove pain from that area. They put a cup where the ball is, and then they remove the socket and they put a ball where the socket is. Therefore they call it a reverse shoulder replacement.
But it's all artificial, right?
It's all artificial
Okay.
joint.
So you don't have the cartilage or the official, the original bone, so there is no arthritis.
Correct.
But before the surgery, I think you got cortisone shots, right? Because
Right.
the pain, the constant pain.
Yeah, I went to see an orthopedic doctor, and he took x-rays to verify what was going on. He gave me a cortisone shot, and I kept waiting for some relief, and I really couldn't get the relief.
So how many cortisone shots you had? 2?
No, I've been having cortisone shots for possibly 5 years.
For 5 years.
Yeah,
So
and I would in the past, the cortisone shot would work after a few weeks and give me some relief from the pain. But eventually, I think the movements are being hidden by the cortisone, and I'm actually increasing damage to the joints and the muscles in the shoulder area.
So how many cortisone shots altogether you got for the past 5 years? 2, 3?
No, I'd have to guess upwards of 6 to 7.
6 to 7. So cortisone can reduce the swelling and reduce the pain initially, but it really didn't stop the arthritis, the inflammation, and eventually the pain come back. You continue with another shots, but cortisone does not, actually cortisone can weaken the muscle and tendons around the joint. So even the pain went away, you don't feel that, but then you can easily damage your muscles because it just makes the muscle weaker. And without pain, you think there's no inflammation, you continue to do whatever you want to do, and then you just gradually, it's initially it's a partial torn, and then this is completely torn.
Yeah.
The muscles, rotator cuff, right?
Rotator cuff, yeah.
So now, a few weeks ago, after the cortisone shots and Bob didn't get any relief, so you went to VA hospital, right?
Right. Yeah, I went to the VA hospital to see what other options I would have, because actually the last cortisone shot that I got, I never got any relief from any of the pain. In fact, the pain had increased. And at that time, somebody had suggested that I look into acupuncture as an option for relieving the inflammation and the pain that I had. I've always been very pleased with everything that the VA has been able to offer me, and I've always taken advantage of it, even though I use my regular insurance, so other veterans can use the benefits that I don't need. But acupuncture would have been one that I needed because my insurance does not pay for acupuncture. And it was shortly after that that I got to know Dr. Lee, and she's been performing acupuncture, let's say 3 or 4 times a month. And I think between the cortisone wearing off and the acupuncture treatments, I now really have very little pain until I move into an area where, because of the muscle damage and the joint damage and having no rotator cuff at all, it becomes very painful. There's a lot of things I can't do any longer. And I've been using my left arm to compensate, which is working, and I'm preparing myself for surgery on the 11th of February and follow-ups with physical therapy. And again, I'm going to continue to see Dr. Lee and have acupuncture to help me recover quickly. But the other muscles that are supporting the damaged shoulder are very strong, and I think that'll help me get through a surgery and recover quickly.
So here we want to say acupuncture cannot repair the torn muscle, but it does help reduce the swelling inside and reduce the inflammation. So you don't have the pain unless you use that specific muscles. And because Bob is physically very active, so the other muscle, the healthy muscle, can compensate a little bit for this completely torn muscle. So he just needs to avoid certain motion. And after surgery, if we can resume acupuncture and quickly reduce that swelling inside, combining PT and water therapy, so he can rebuild the muscle strength and also don't put too much pressure on the other muscles. So combining acupuncture, PT, and surgery, I hope our veterans can have healthy rotator cuff again and started playing golf, but not for 8 hours every day. And there's another good news about that. And Bob will serve as our director for our nonprofit acupuncture clinic in Boca Raton. So veterans who don't have enough money to pay for the acupuncture, or there's no source to help them pay, and we can help them with free acupuncture or low-cost acupuncture. So we have Vietnam veterans as one of the director, and we also have another veterans who served in Army Reserve, Richard Pearson, and our smart lady Bonnie Pearson to be our manager and marketing director to help the veterans to become healthier and happier in 2019.